It's time to get your head in the game. I'm talking about heart and mind in the game, where your body is, what your body says that you want. Oh, I want to be successful. I want to see the world change. I want this. I want that. You got to get your head and heart in the game. And I'm not talking about just if you're an athlete, baby. I'm talking about everyday life, from volunteering to surgery. Whatever it is you're doing, you got to get your head and your heart in the game. Let me tell you what I mean, because this is me, Dr. Simone Alicia, My Body Self Sunday Service, 5 minutes that will change your life if you allow it to do so. And yeah, we're going to talk about divine, inner being, higher self, God, true self, all the things. We're not going to argue about did a cult the right thing. No, we don't got time for that. We are going to make sure that we benefit from the magnificence of it. Are y'all ready? There is an inner part of you. There is an outer part of you. Together, this makes up your human experience. That inner part of you creates this inner environment that we can refer to as the true self. That's the true you. That's the divine you, the spiritual you. That's who's in there. And that physical you, that's the body that you're pulling around the place to do the things, the five senses things, the touching, the tasting, the looking, the smelling, the whole thing. What is often happening in our lives is that we are dragging our bodies to go do things, but we are leaving the heart and the mind out. How are we supposed to accomplish anything with the fullness of our power if we are not showing up in the fullness of ourselves? Oh, yeah. Did you hear that? Rewind this. I'm going to rewind it because that was, listen, you have to show up in the fullness of self to get the fullness of the results that you want. Oh, but I want success and I want world peace and I want harmony and I want this and I want that. But you're only showing up with almost a third of you, the true you, to the party. Everybody needs to come to the party. The mind, the body, the soul. The mind is now where you're thinking about, okay, this is the goal I have. This is the target. This is what I want. But you got to have the vision and the picture of success in your mind. And then the heart is that seat of the soul. This is where you can feel and embody that winning feeling, that success, that knowingness lives right there in the soul. Together, that makes up the true self. And then you put that together with the physical actions of dragging your body around to do the things. I'm talking about everything from sports to surgery, like I said, and to volunteering. Here I am in Jamaica. Y'all got into that view? All right, stay with the message. I'm here in Jamaica. And as I approach this volunteer effort and the donations and the giving and the helping, if my body is physically, take up the things, give to you, send the money, send it to you, my body is doing it, but my mind is stuck on worry and my heart is lodged in fear, I have not brought the total power I have to the party. If my body is saying enrich, uplift, improve, help, empower, change, but my heart is saying this is never going to work. I'm so afraid. This is so terrible. This is the worst thing ever. How can we ever recover? This will never work. Then I have not brought all of me to the party. Athletes, y'all already know this, okay? Because you get to the game, you drag your body on the court and you have the ball in your hand and you're there and you're moving around, but your head's somewhere else. So you're not intuitively connected to the heart. You're not mentally connected to the move you're supposed to make. You've only brought a third of you to the game. I need all of us to start becoming aware of bringing all of us to the game. All three parts, that inner being of the heart and the mind and the outer self of that body. We need to start working together. We need to start enacting our entire power. I'm talking about everything. Those of us watching politics and our bodies are there scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. We being mad and we're typing, we're expressing. Where's your heart and your mind? Because if you want change and you want improvement, then you got to have your heart and your mind targeting improvement. Let me give you an example. I want you to imagine that your thoughts and your feelings, that they are fishing in the pond of possibility. All right? And it's this infinite ability to put your rod, put your fishing rod or put your net into this area of gathering what it is that you want. I want you to recognize that you first have to determine where you're going to drop your net, where you're going to drop your line. And if you go to the part of the pond mentally and emotionally that is filled with the stingrays and the poison jellyfish and stuff that's going to hurt you and barracudas, and you cast your net in there, that is what you're going to pull. So let me tell you something. Your attention casts the line and drops the net. And that emotion pulls and reels it in. So that more fear you feel and the more sadness you feel and the more, oh no, I feel terrible and this is not going to work and this is not going to work, and the more doubt you feel, that is you pulling on the line, pulling on the net. And the next thing you know, you got a big old jellyfish in your hand or a stingray in your hand stinging you. And you're like, how did we get here? Because your heart and your mind were somewhere else when your body was somewhere else. It is now our duty and our job, or if we say we want to get a certain outcome in our lives, that we manage the inner environment of the thought and emotion with the outer environment of the physical body. When we put that together, our outcomes magnify and multiply in the direction that we want. You have to do this work. You don't have to, you can do whatever you want, but it is highly advised that you do this work if these are the results you say you want in your life. Listen, I'm gonna dive a little bit deeper into the coaching lounge tomorrow. That's Monday, 6 a.m. I like to send a little research, send some receipts, and make sure that you really embody this information, because some of us, man, the things we have in our mind and the things we're going after with our body are magnificent, but our heart is not in the game. And we out here accidentally reeling in things that we don't want. Experiences that we don't want, we're pulling in because that is where our heart is fishing. That is the pond in which we are casting our net of attention and intention, even though our body is somewhere else wanting something else, y'all. It's time to work together. Mind, body, self, mind, body, soul. Let's get into it, y'all. I'm gonna marinate on a message. I'm actually play that back because I know a lot of that was for me too, y'all. So we're gonna share in this message. Say this, like this, send it to a friend. Don't gatekeep this information. Come back to it and revisit it throughout the week so that you can feel this empowerment and remember to get your heart and your mind in the game. I'm gonna go out and volunteer today and go help. I hope, because the car is doing a little thing, but I hope we can get out there today. My heart, my mind is in the upliftment and the empowerment of people. So every little food I hand out with my hands will be filled with the power of love and the focus of intention. And I would have brought all of me, 100%, mind, body, and soul, to the table to make a real difference. Let's get into it, y'all.